This is probably the video that's gonna get me canceled. Anyways, a lot of women today need to learn humility. You need to learn that you're not all tens. And just because you believe that you are a 10 does not mean that you are a 10. Kevin Samuels used to have this thing where he would have women rank themselves um, coming straight out of the shower. Because y'all think that once you paint your faces, that makes you a 10. That's your true value. It's not. Have some humility. I believe it's time where women search for values other than their looks and their makeup skills in order to add values to their relationships. See, as a man, we have to build our value. We have to build ourselves up. We have to become financially handsome. We have to be emotionally strong enough to withstand how emotionally unstable a lot of women are. A man has to physically look like Superman with the swag of James Bond. It's hard to be a man these days. But don't get me wrong, I'm not complaining. I love it. All right, here's what I think women need to do. First, like I said, humility. You got to come back down to reality. Just being around isn't enough. And just being around doesn't make you special. Develop qualities that will make you special to a man. Second, put in work. Look at the divorce rates around the world. A lot of women are quitting at the wrong times. You're quitting because you're not patient. You're not able to see the full picture of what is needed in a relationship or the end result of the hard work that you're putting in. Short-sightedness is a problem in the modern woman's perspective. Put in work. Don't just lay back and request to be impressed. You got to be part of the equation. If you want a man to pass all of these tests to prove their intentions to you, you also got to prove yourself to them, to a man. You know what I mean? Third, you got to stop being passive in communicating. Being passive is never a good thing for anybody, men or women. People that are passive play games, they manipulate, and they don't really tell you what they really need from you in a direct way. And they wait and wait and wait, trying to send you clues here and there for you to figure things out. And when that doesn't work, then they get angry. That's not good. So you got to stop that. Stop being passive. If you stop being passive, maybe men will listen to you. Next, you got to stop being selfish. A modern woman's idea of love is to take, and take. There's a saying in the society that happy wife, happy life. Nah, I don't believe that at all. A selfish person can never be happy. Doesn't matter what you do. In Africa, there's a proverbs that say you don't put water into a basket that has holes in it. It'll never get filled. You know what I mean? So never make that your goal to make your wife a happy wife. Everyone's definition of what happiness is different. So your goal in a relationship is to make that relationship secure and for it to last. You're not trying to make that person happy. Anyways, the happiness will come along with what you're trying to do. That's my point. Lastly, on my list, there's a lot of untreated traumas around. I think today women are carrying a lot of traumas with them, and it's affecting everything that they do. It's affecting the reactions that they give. It's affecting the responses in how they do things. Just because you pretend like things didn't happen doesn't mean that they didn't happen. Now we have young women in their 20s saying they hate men and that all men are trash. you know, it's sad, to be honest. The thing is, in your early 20s, the men that you're dealing with are not even men, they're boys. So, or maybe the men that you're yoking yourselves with at that point are men that aren't ready to settle down with you. So now you paint everybody with the same picture, thinking that all men are trash. So the traumas that you dealt with back then is the same way that you're using to treat everybody, and that cannot be healthy. Usually any man before 25 is not ready for a secure, healthy relationship mentally. A few men are, but a lot aren't ready. They might pose like they are, but their actions will prove otherwise. So men and women are traumatized by these unhealthy relationships, and they don't seek the help that they need in order to get their mental health any better. So go to therapy. It'll help. Okay, I lied. I have one more point. My last point is this. Ladies, every man you're with is going to mold you into the woman that he wants you to be for himself. So, sleeping with a lot of men does not train you to be a wife for any man. It actually does the opposite, right? With all that experience, it still won't be enough, because the role that your future husband wants you to play might be different from the role that your ex-man had you playing. So don't think that because you're sleeping around, you're getting training to be a wife. That's quite the opposite. Anyways, I'm out of here. I meant no harm. I'll be back though. All right, peace.
Self-made. Self-made. Self-made, meaning I designed myself.